I grew up watching romantic movies, whether it was Titanic, The Notebook, Romeo and Juliet, or any of the classics, you name it, I watched it. And I'll admit, those movies shaped my idea of love. They shaped how I thought romance should look, how love was supposed to feel, and even what I believed about the one. When I heard the word romance, those scenes would flash in my head. Epic declarations, perfect timing, soulmates. Those films became my guide to the world of love. I believed in love at first sight and faith in the idea that there's just one person out there for you. But all of that changed with one movie, 500 Days of Summer. Now, I know there are tons of video essays out there about this film. People have broke it down from every angle, every scene, every line of dialogue, every character's arc. So at first, I didn't want to add my voice to the noise. But here's the thing I love about art. Once it's out there, it doesn't belong just to the artist anymore. It belongs to everyone. It becomes something people can interpret in their own way through their own lens. And 500 Days of Summer, it hits people differently. Everybody walks away with a different feeling. The movie breaks the typical rom-com formula. Right at the beginning, it warns you, this is not a love story. Tom doesn't listen. He thinks she's the one. He believes that if it's meant to be, it will work out. And honestly, I did the same. I ignored the movie's message, just like Tom ignored Summer's words. I believed in the fantasy and it hurt. So no, this isn't a painful love story. It's a story about love, and that's a huge difference. That's the power of a good story. No matter how many times you watch it, it can hit you in a new way. Characters you once loved now feel selfish. Minor characters suddenly make perfect sense. Your perspective changes as you change. I've spent some time online reading people's thoughts and watching video essays about the movie. And I've read the YouTube comments too, which for once were surprisingly deep. What I realized is 500 Days of Summer keeps offering new insights even years later. Just like we grow, our interpretations grow too. And I hope you've already seen 500 Days of Summer, and that's why you clicked on this video. But if you haven't, please do yourself a favor and go watch it. Seriously, it's not just a movie, it's a perspective shift. But just in case you need a quick refresher, here's a short synopsis. 500 Days of Summer is a romantic dramedy directed by Mark Webb. It follows Tom Hansen, a greeting card writer and hopeless romantic, as he reflects on his failed relationship with Summer Finn, a woman who doesn't believe in true love. The film unfolds over the course of 500 non-linear days of their relationship, from their first meeting to their final goodbye, exploring the highs and heartbreaks and the disconnect between expectation and reality. Tom, like me, maybe like you, grew up on romantic movies. His entire idea of love was shaped by pop culture. He believes in fate, in signs, in meant to be. So when he meets Summer, he thinks it's destiny, but he doesn't act on his feelings. In one scene, his friend tells him,
"You could just ask her out."
And Tom replies,
"Don't be stupid."
Eventually, Summer makes the first move and then only strengthens Tom's belief that this is fate. Even when Summer tells him she's not looking for anything serious, he holds on to the idea that she'll change her mind. That love will fix everything. But spoiler alert, it doesn't. He gets heartbroken. There's this powerful scene near the end where expectations versus realities. And in that scene, you can realize that Tom didn't just get heartbroken by Summer. He got his heart broken by expectations of Summer. And honestly, that hit me. Because most of the time, we're not just hurt by people, we're hurt by our expectations of them. The version we built in our heads. Now, fast forward to the ending. Tom meets Autumn. Yeah, the season's metaphor is very intentional. He's interested, but like always, he hesitates. He still believes that if something's meant to happen, it will just happen. But right before his job interview, he changed his mind. He decides to take control. He asks her out. At first, she says,
"Sorry, I'm sort of supposed to meet someone after this."
and Tom is like, But then she changed her mind. She decides to give it a shot too. That moment to me is so underrated. It's two people choosing not to wait for fate. It's a tiny step, but it says a lot. Did Tom really learn from what happened with Summer? Maybe, it's hard to say. That we learned something. So, no, this wasn't a love story. It was a story about love, about how messy, beautiful, painful, and real it can be. And I think that's what makes it timeless.